Wolf gang, where you at, man? Wolfie. Chill.
What up? Yeah. Yo. I figured let me intro something a little bit different. What's good, everybody? What's up, everybody? Everybody's in the building. I see people are falling through. What's up, y'all? Baby girl Tay, Patricia Blair, Love JM, Myrna, and of course, Auntie Leah. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. What's up? What is good? This is Set in the West. I'm Wolfgang Amadeus, and yeah, it's been a real busy moment for this week. Lots of stuff going on. Patricia Blair, Tiana Sutton, what's up? What's good? Yeah, there's a lot going on, and I think I'm gonna just hop right into it because I intended on actually doing this. Let me do something real quick, y'all. Let me just do a little sneak peek, right? Welcome to everybody. Again, this is Set in the West. I'm Wolfgang Amadeus. And I'm just bringing everybody what wasn't real. That's pretty much it. So, how everything went and how everything had gone here. Hold on, let me see. I'm actually just looking through my footage because what was this? Okay. The situation that happened with okay, my bad, y'all. Okay. I think the last time y'all saw me, I was on the corner of Slauson and Crenshaw, and there was a dedication to Nipsey Hussle. Slauson and Crenshaw is now called Nipsey Hussle Square. So shout out to the city of LA for making that a thing. You know what I'm saying? So what's up, y'all? Look, this is where I was at last time, and let me just run some of my footage. You guys are getting the exclusive of what was going on that day. I'm trying to see, like, for whatever reason, you see how it's stuck. Is the footage moving for y'all or no? Because this is very disappointing, if it isn't. But I guess it's expected. You get what I'm saying? I may have to do something else. Yeah, they bugging. Look at this. Like, straight up.
Is that long onion? Right there.
Okay, all right, hold on. Look, y'all, let me do this real quick. I already know what it is. I'm going to have to just do some conversions of some sort before I even display this. When I came in earlier, all the footage played fine, no problem. But like someone said, like what they're trying to do with this whole marathon, everything that they're doing, it's sabotage, right? Okay, y'all hear me? Hello? Not sure what's going on with this whole little situation, but yeah, this thing is just acting up. Anyway, hold on. Yeah, we were at the corner Slauson and Crenshaw. Hold on, let me switch it up. Let's do this real quick. All right. Yeah, we were on the corner, Slauson and Crenshaw. I was in here with some of the OGs, right? Okay, I guess we're gonna get a little love here. See Lil Wayne's son pulled up. Let me pull it back a little bit. Just hold on. Because for whatever reason, this thing wanted to act up. And it's still acting up. Apologies, y'all. Modern technology sometimes is a beast, and this thing is just giving me all kind of issues. But yeah, y'all know that's where I was at, Slauson and Crenshaw. Dedication to Nipsey Hussle. So it is now. Hold on 1 second. That dude that walked by, he looked like Todd. I'm talking about Candy's Todd, right? Hold on. Let me go ahead and just convert all this stuff because this thing isn't even giving me any kind of love. This thing is bugging. But y'all can see I was there. I wanted to just say a few things. I'm gonna go ahead and just get this thing done like I needed to get done. Because for whatever reason, the system wants to trip up. There we go. Okay. All right, y'all. Give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Anyway. Yeah. Who's all in the building? Jag, you here? All right, y'all bear with me. I swear this thing is giving me the hardest time ever right now. For whatever reason, I ain't do nothing to it. It's bugging out. It's bugging out. Hopefully y'all still here because I'm not getting like my computer seemed like it just straight froze.
Well, I'm here. Can you hear me? Salute set in the West. Here I am. Y'all know my name. I ain't even got to say it. What's going on? While we're going through these technical difficulties, how about we, just extend a little love and say hey to everyone who showed up on time and ready to go. Okay, we got Auntie Leah in the building. Salute, salute. We got the Mizax in the building. Oh, Tiana's in the building. Welcome. Who else do we got here? Oh, Barbara J. And yes, thank you, ma'am. Indeed. Fair use means we can say what we won't say because we're trying to educate the peoples. Yeah. That's just me being stupid. Hey, Pat Blair, what's going on? Quincy Hargrove up in the building. We got Amirna. Hey, lady. We got Lee Hop. Who else do we got here? Fam Bow Podcast. That's a new one. I haven't seen you before. Welcome. Welcome to Set in the West. Who else do we got here? Oh, we got our girl, Yvonne. Yvonne Wildred's in the buildings. Kiki Eyes, what's going on? Baby girl Tay and Guy's baby girl. The baby girls is in the house. Okay, so basically, StreamYard, when we come through StreamYard, it gives this option. It's called Going Mars, right? And so basically, we get to do, the horizontal, the normal, and then we get to do the vertical. Now, the vertical is tapped in to the main mobile algorithm. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like when we go live, mobile upload, and we're not in the studio. So it gives you the option to do both because there's two ways to tap the algorithm at the same time. So though it may seem a little confusing, it's yeah, it's that's just it's a new feature. That's all. And it just gives you the ability to be able to reach more people at one time. Oh, what's this? Jaguar right don't need. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, back in the day when I would go on stage and you'd have like some hecklers in the audience looking to talk some crap or whatever the case may be, I used to tell them, they would try to get them to applaud, and I'm like, don't clap. How about you just don't clap? Don't clap until I do something that makes you want to. How about that? How about since you want to sit up here and you want to question whether or not I am everything that I am, how about I just earn your applause the old fashioned way? And I would every time. It worked. Like it was insane. Okay. So all right, Ms. Ak, you over there on the old school horizontal for the stream yard. And I'm assuming that some of you are over there. So I mean, it really only like makes a big difference where you're sitting if you want to be in the chat where other people are at. That's the only way it really makes a difference. But one way or the other, we see everything here, so you're not missed. I see everyone is getting their highs going on. Yes, Barbara J. Welcome to Set in the West. Because even though the sun rises in the east, it does set in the west. And this is where you come here on YouTube for unbiased, relevant hip hop news commentary. And there's some great documentaries. Like if you're a member here, there's all kinds of interesting, very interesting content that you wouldn't see just anywhere. Exclusive interviews from, you know, just the past of this platform. There's the documentary that is actually named after, like pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. What is this? Mirna says, great interview on the Patreon. Thank you. Guys, for the transparent conversation, everyone needs to see who they're idolizing. I couldn't agree more. And I'm telling everybody, y'all need to spread the word and tell them to get over there to that Patreon, because we're going to be doing stuff like that on Sundays, just having more transparent conversations about things that might get heavily scrutinized or suppressed.
Yeah.
Here on YouTube.
Yeah, no, for real. Yeah, hey, thank you, Jag, for holding it down for whatever reason.
Absolutely.
This dang on thing is just it's gang banging like neighborhood Nate.
I might not drop a lot of links, but I am the head mod in charge. Yes, I am in charge of the girls. And yes, I wouldn't leave you hanging.
Indeed. Hold on. What I'm going to do though, because
fantastic, Barbara J.
I'm going to convert this because everyone needs to see this and everyone needs to hear this. Again, thank you everyone for being here. And I actually should have handled my candle in like a scandal in a vandal. Sooner.
In a vandal?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Vandal. Like a vandal, a vandal. A vandal is
I know what a vandal is.
Yeah.
You should have handled your candle in a what? Like a vandal?
Like a vandal in a scandal. Because meaning I should have taken this footage that I have. I have some very good footage of the dedication ceremony. And a lot of interesting people popped up.
Yeah.
And this actually
Illuminati on deck.
Right. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
This actually happened and right before the Marathon Burger incident. So you guys give me, oh man, it's talking about an hour. Are you serious? To convert this? You got to be shitting me. So maybe what I could do.
Welcome, Johnny Blaze.
I have an idea. Maybe what I can do is take Blacc Sam's, because it's talking about an hour. I know y'all don't want to sit and wait an hour. I'll make it a standalone, y'all. You see what I'm saying? But what I'm going to do.
Actually, it should be for members only. Seriously.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take his audio and I'm going to run it. The speech that he had said in regards to everything that was going on with the dedication.
Okay, hold on one second.
Go ahead.
Because Lee Hop has a question. Lee Hop, there's a hyperlink to the Patreon on the about page, the description page for the Jaguar Right Effect, so you can do it that way. Or if one of you mods don't mind, you can just drop the link here in the chat so Lee Hop can just pick it up. But it's right there. It's there. Okay, sorry about that.
Oh, no problem. You know what? I'm actually going to do something else. I'm going to think of something. No. Check this out. No, I'll make the whole thing for members only, for real. I have an idea. I'm going to try to run this and see if it'll take less time. This incident, everything that I'm going to play, all pretty much took place before the reported bad news, the incident that they want to highlight, that the media wants to highlight, especially TMZ.
Well, I mean, come on. It's TMZ, baby. They would not miss a moment to degrade rich Black culture.
Right, exactly. So yeah, I'm
Black excellence. They do fake Black excellence, not true Black excellence.
Well, Black excellence is a bunch of crap, if you ask me.
How
are you going to be excellent in a? We're in a country, and I don't want to go there, but we are in a country.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Never mind. Hold on one second. Let me do this real quick.
I hear you.
In fact, I want to go in on somebody. Maybe I'll do this real quick. Okay, maybe I'll do this. Let me see if I can just add that, and then I have an idea. Let's see if it'll work. Because we're talking about Black excellence, and I normally don't get political, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh wow, that's somebody we haven't seen in a while. What's going on, ACG? Welcome in.
Oh, ACG in the building. What's up? Yeah, I normally I would not get political. There's really no reason for me to get political. But there was a particular politician that pulled up to the event. Okay, good. I think I'll be able to get this one done quicker. Yeah, there was I don't get political, but there was a particular politician that pulled up, and I'm probably not going to show him, but I'll say his name, Isaac Bryant. I think he's the light-skinned guy, and he was looking at me all crazy like I was going to do something. And I'm like, bro, I ain't going to do nothing. I don't know. He's a weirdo. And this is why I say he's a weirdo, because when it came for reparations for the city of LA, he voted down on it.
Yeah.
But he was there giving up, opening up the commencement for the dedication and talking about Nip, and he loves the neighborhood and all that.
Yeah,
Nip would have slapped the shit out of you.
Nip, well, maybe he would have, or maybe he would have just laughed at him, or maybe he would have spit at his feet. Who knows what he would have did? But what I find interesting is that, let's just be clear, the people went to the city asking for this years ago.
Yes.
And the city said no.
Well, no, the city didn't say no initially.
They didn't say no initially? Then what
No. They didn't say no.
Then what did they say?
Do you know? Okay, so let's break it down real quick.
See, what I heard was that I heard. Now I wasn't
What
there.
I heard.
I wasn't there. I don't know these people, but this is what I was told. Hear tell that the city said no.
Well, like I said, that's why I said there's you got to give it context. Why initially it wasn't like straight up rejected. This is what I'm trying to say. The city initially had a problem with this particular intersection possibly being named Nipsey Hussle Square because of Nipsey Hussle's controversial stance politically, especially when it came to the police. And also, he had something where, remember that song F Donald Trump? Y'all remember that, right? I know y'all remember that, right? Yeah, so they were actually initially like, nah, this ain't gonna fly because, he was saying all this stuff about the police. He was saying a whole lot about political people. This is Cleachy93 TV. What's up, man? Yeah, we back, man. We back, man. Essentially, they were just kind of like, it's probably not going to work because of what he said about Donald Trump, what his political stance was, yada, yada, yada. But they couldn't deny the fact that Nipsey was a positive motivating force for the neighborhood and what he did for the neighborhood, which I'm gonna pull the video up. We're gonna stop and pause, and I'm gonna let Blacc Sam like really break it all down and say what he needs to, what he said, because it was a very dope. He's not so outspoken. And shout out to Blacc Sam. Blacc Sam just gets busy.
Salute.
He's like me. I handle business. Blacc Sam just handles business. And you're gonna see in the beginning what was going on when I was there. Let me pull this up real quick. Let me see if this works. Let's just do a test real quick. But no, Jag, he didn't initially get rejected, but there was just complications in regards to like, well, he's this black guy who, it's that bullshit. I'll just say it like that. It's that bullshit. But the city, the residents know this is what Nip was about. Okay. Oh, and shout out. So I'm starting the video off right here. That's Young Cross, Nip's son. That's him right there in the beginning. And
he got some hair on him, don't he?
Yeah, that little boy got crop. He got a little crop on him, But the city was not going to do it, but there were over 10,000 signatures, people writing in, and like, y'all need to do this because he turned that intersection around. And Blacc Sam's going to speak on it because I was there. I remember in the 80s and the early 90s how the intersection was almost like a people didn't stop by there. It was almost like, this is a war zone. You do not stop here and get gas. It's one of the top 10 places that you don't stop in the city of LA. Now everybody comes here, and himself turned it around. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, go ahead, Jag. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm listening.
So initially, the city just kind of wanted to give a little pushback, and that was their reason. He had that song F Donald Trump. He didn't have a good stance with the police. Well, if you got a whole bunch of people being unalived by the police, innocent people that are being unalived by the police, Ezell Ford is one, LAPD. I think it's nothing wrong with having something to say about the police. And he's been jacked up. Nipsey, he was jacked up by the police on that intersection plenty of times. So, hey, if I got somebody bullying me, ain't nothing wrong with speaking out and saying what it is what it's about. You get what I'm saying? So, but yeah, they initially were kind of just giving pushback, but eventually they needed a 10 vote. The city council members, all 10 of them voted yes, and they needed at least 8 out of 10, and all of them did. So,
oh, good. Which is what makes what happened later on that day so unfortunate.
Yeah. Now listen, let me tell y'all something. Again, shout out to Young Cross. That's him. And I'm just, this is just kind of like B-roll. Y'all can see who's all there. You had a lot of minister brothers from. That was Todd. That was Todd from. I knew that was Todd. Y'all see old boy right there with the. That's Todd, homie. That's Todd from. Yeah.
That's Todd from Yeah.
That's Todd. That's Candy's Todd. Look, there go your girl Karen Civil.
Mm.
The light skinned dude right there, that's the guy, Isaac Bryan, the guy I'm talking about, the light skinned guy. He's the one.
I don't know why Todd would be there.
Yeah, that was Todd. I'm telling you, that's Todd.
I'm just saying, I don't know why Todd Tucker.
Maybe he was on production. I don't know. Maybe he was on production.
Maybe he was on production. He needs to be producing. Anyway.
So you see the bottom left, the guy in the hat, and then the guy next to him. That's the city council member, Marquise Dawson. I believe this is his district. There's another city council member next to him or whatever. I'm just giving you guys a little context of who's who or whatever. And this runs smooth. So I'll be able to run the Blacc Sam one with no problem. Okay, I guess it's running smooth. Okay, so this is right before they started speaking. And the funny thing is, I'm gonna tell y'all something. During this time, there were a swarm of bees that just descended upon the crowd, y'all. Right here, and I got footage of it, but you'll probably hear, let me see, are people talking about it?
And elected officials could come forward, please.
Okay, they weren't talking about it, but there were a swarm of bees that just pulled up. Yeah, they just pulled up, and I want y'all to know what that meant. Because some of us or some people were like, this is a bad omen. And there's his dad, and there's I get tighter shots or whatever when we do it. But that's his dad. Shout out to Mr. His name Darwin, Mr. Oskadam, really cool guy.
Isn't he getting married?
He's getting married. Yeah, he's getting married to some young thing. He keeps it pushing.
If you got it.
You got it. Yeah. So. Yeah, and of course, Lord London was there. I was kind of like, the celebrity side of it. I'll be like,
I would hope she would be there. Her son was there.
Well, yeah.
I mean, the truth is her not being there would be a bad look for her because the only reason she's relevant at all is because of him. The only other legacy that she has is attached to the diddler. And don't nobody want to be remembered for that.
Oh, and she got some legacy attached to Lil Wayne too. So
I mean, don't nobody even remember that.
Kinda.
Let's just be honest. Don't nobody care about that kid she got with Lil Wayne. The only person that cared about that kid she got with Lil Wayne is now deceased, and his name is Nipsey Hussle.
Right. But moving on, though, I really didn't want to, I didn't want to talk about it either as far as the celebrity, the quote unquote celebrity side of what would be going on with this. What do you say?
Look, at the end of the day, it just doesn't even matter. There's nothing to talk about because the truth is, Nip's legacy didn't get eclipsed until he started dealing with all of those Schluminati people.
Right.
His
Yeah,
attachment
you're right.
to the celebrity world was the end of his life.
Yeah, if you really want to go there, yeah. Okay, look, check this out. You right. Look, this is what Love J said. Bees can be trained to visit food sources at a precise time of the day. That they try to scare everyone to leave. No. Listen. So when you're dealing with bees, bees would be considered, or in ancient times, in our former, they would be considered messengers from the divine. Real spit, y'all, real spit. There were a bunch of bees that just descended upon the crowd. And bees, a swarm of bees, spiritually symbolizes a powerful impeding transition, divine guidance, and a call to action regarding teamwork or productivity. Now, wasn't that Nipsey? Wasn't Nipsey that as all that I just said? Divine,
Indeed.
Impeding transition, organization.
Yeah. It sounds like his spirit pulled up.
And they pulled up right when, so you see these umbrellas that are right there. But a bunch of his family members from Eritrea, they were there, and they brought the Eritrean flag. Now, wow. I thought it was because we had drones, like the little drones or whatever. I thought it was maybe these are attracted to the drones because all the drones are coming through, blah blah blah, and they making that sound. So maybe the bees are attracted to that. Nah. Then the colors on the Eritrean flag and the Eritrean flag and stuff like that, I thought maybe they were attracted to that, because as soon as his family came through with the Eritrean flag, all that stuff, that's when the bees came through.
Wow.
And one of his
in the chat is asking, did they sting anyone?
No. They didn't sting anyone. That didn't happen. Yeah, and bees, bees organize. Bees are, when you talk about the physical, the nature of a bee, but when you deal with bees in our ancient time, they're viewed as divine messengers from God. And one of Nipsey's relatives said, "Oh no, the bees, that's Nipsey. I had a dream about Nipsey being a bee recently." Ain't that a trip?
I mean, it makes perfect sense to me, but not everybody believes that the spiritual side of this world is present.
Yeah, they don't. You're right. But yeah, it was a great turnout, and y'all give me a minute because I should be able to pull up this. Okay, I guess it's going to still take a few more minutes, but I guess I can get into this conversation here right now. We had this event, and in a few minutes, I'm going to play the video with Blacc Sam and what he talked about. And there was another spiritual, I'll just say like a spiritual moment that he had right before Nipsey, right after Nipsey passed away on that corner. And he's going to talk about it. I'll let him talk about it. And again, shout out to Blacc Sam, shout out to the family, yada, got much respect for them. They're strong people. His mom, actually, hold on. I want to ask him to report the screen, but okay. So I had to upgrade. I
agree.
Too, so hold on.
It does feel like it was yesterday. I remember when Nip passed away. It was abrasive for me because I had just lost my son. Giovanni passed away that September, and Nipsey was his favorite rapper. So to watch what happened to Nip after what happened to my son, and they both, my son's demise was recorded on, it was filmed just like his was. It just wasn't all over the news. So it was it was very, very, very jarring for me. And 7 years, just like that.
Yeah.
Just like that. In his 7 years, Giovanni would have been 33 this year, which is the age that, yeah, it's really interesting.
That Nip passed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, I mean, you know, if you lost your son, and this family lost a great force, positive force with them. So both of you guys, you know, strong people to have to go through stuff like that. And I can't imagine it. Like, yeah, it was being filmed and stuff like that. That's man.
When they kept showing it all over, like I got on social media and I was like, what you guys are doing to his mother is absolutely disgusting and cruel. It's cruel. And TMZ was one of the first outlets to exploit that. They exploited that.
Jack, I refuse to watch it. I did not watch it. I still haven't to this day watched it. I'm gonna tell y'all something though. That same place where he dropped, though, I know where it was at. Not to put the 10 on a 2 or nothing like that, but I had an experience over there. That has to be like some type of spiritual portal right there, because it was right in front of the barbershop where they got him. And years prior, because I was going to his store, and then I just happened, it was just like, I'm going to get into this video where Blacc Sam is talking about his experience of what happened right after.
Yeah.
He said it was like a beam of light. I experienced that too, but it was something else too. It's weird. Right where he dropped. Okay. Right. Let me just get into this. Y'all want to get into this video with Blacc Sam? Because I was actually going to pull up the thing with TMZ, but we ain't got it.
You can.
No. I'll do it later. Okay. Let me get into the positive first, because you know, positive energy activates constant elevation. Here we are with Blacc Sam speaking on his brother at the dedication.
So, and call up our own local hero. He feels like all of our uncles. Come on up, Blacc Sam.
That's right.
Now, who you hear in the background? Like, that's right. That's the homie. Shout out to Neighborhood Nate. He one of the original Slauson boys, man. Shout out to him. He's you know, he a 40 Crip OG. In fact, he's gonna be in Set in the West too. Real good dude, and we were chopping it up. And that's thank you, Quincy. Thank you. Quincy just dropped a super sticker. I appreciate that.
And so the ACG salute.
Oh, ACG. Yeah, thank you, ACG. Thank you. I appreciate that. Well, who you hear in the background? Just pay attention to who you hear in the background. That's an OG. He's one of the original Slauson boys. OG Nate. I'm gonna have him on the set. He's gonna be on the set because he wants to sit down and chop it up with me just in general. Anyway, y'all got to get to know this brother. He's really cool, but he could be a little. Y'all gonna see. But yeah, who you hear in the background? Just you know. All right.
Let's go.
Man, I just want to say appreciate the honor of being able to rename this Nipsey Hussle Square. It means a lot to us, to the family.
We cannot hear you!
Don't yell at him.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Shout out to Neighborhood Nate. You heard what he told that lady, and I was like, yo, bro, come. I'm sorry.
Apparently, you found that quite funny.
That shit was hilarious. That's why y'all gotta meet. Y'all gotta know Nate. Nate is a good dude, but he will beat your ass.
Oh Lord.
Shout out to Nate though. No, for real, y'all gonna meet him. I'm gonna have him on the set though. But yeah, what Love Jay say? He right though. He right. Shut the. All right, let me get going though. Let's get going.
It's all good. Appreciate y'all. It's more than hearing me, just to understand that me being in front of here, you know, I'm appreciative. So even if you don't hear it, it's me showing appreciation to y'all for coming out. Appreciate to the councilman and everybody in the city that made this happen. Means a lot.
You here, baby? All right, Sam.
We love y'all. Take your time.
I think everybody that know Hussle, know that Hussle loved the area, and Crenshaw and Slauson meant everything to bro. I think he met his child's mother here, saw his first mixtapes here. We used to walk from 60th Street, Crenshaw and Slauson as kids, catch the bus right here. And I think this shell used to be owned by a black man, and I think the first time we realized that, we were excited when we was little kids. We used to buy 25 cent hot Cheeto, and he laughed at us. We didn't have no books in the backpacks. Me and my brother, we used to clear the whole shelf off, spend like $20, $40 on chips, and he pulled us to the side like, man, what are y'all doing? And we used to laugh and joke, and he took a liking to us, to Hussle in particular. Hussle used to tell him, man, we doubling up. And you know, every day we used to come and do that. So this corner had a lot of memories. Hussle sold his mixtapes out of the parking lot, and he used to get kicked out of that lot. And eventually we opened a business there and met the owner of that property, and the owner loved us and loved Hussle and Fats. And I say all that to say, none of that could have been done without the community and without everybody here. I think mixtapes, t-shirts, just the support. And little by little, that lot turned into something huge. And even the owner, he was Korean. He came, he like, man, you guys are changing the parking lot. And eventually, you know, we opened up more stores and a Marathon store. And there was an issue with, you know, the police putting, I think, what was it called? City nuisance. They were trying to kick us out of this lot. And the owner called us over and told us, like, hey, man, they putting pressure on me to kick you guys out of this lot. Me and my wife don't feel comfortable. We had to let you guys know, you guys been trying to buy this lot from us, and we never wanted to sell it to you. But instead of kicking you guys out the lot and lose the property with the pressure of the police, man, I think it's time we'll sell it to the family, because we just don't feel comfortable by kicking you guys out. And always.
So let me pause it there. You see that the reason why he had an issue with LAPD is because they pretty much were hating him. They were hating on him. It wasn't just LAPD though, it's a lot deeper. But yeah, he used to hustle outside of that lot where he eventually ended up buying. And yeah, Blacc Sam is getting emotional, and again, you know, shout out to him, his family, they're strong people. And he's telling the story. He's letting everyone know, yeah, officially, this is how he got started. This is where he got started. And pay attention to what he's saying, though. He's not saying, like, you know, LAPD embraced him, this and that, you know, crash units jacking them up. You know, I got homies, y'all saw him live. I got a homie who New York grew up over there. So he was really down for the turf like Nip too. And yeah, they could tell you some stories, man. He's ex-Marine turned LAPD, coming in, chasing ninjas, and it's a game to them. Going off that sugar booger, jacking up the young brothers and planting evidence, and yeah, it's a dirty game.
Which is what makes what happened later on this day so nasty.
Yeah. All right, let's get going. We got go halfway through.
say God works in mysterious ways. We would have never had an opportunity to buy the lot without that happening. And I remember Marquise coming and being a part of helping us, being very instrumental in helping us get the parking lot. I don't know what was going on in the city, but he was always somebody that championed ownership and had a lot of conversations with Hussle about it. And Dave Gross came in and partnered up with us. And so, not to be long-winded, I say all that to say how important this parking lot is and how important this corner is, from little kids to ownership, and even what happened to my brother in this parking lot. I think that his spirit and his soul is here in this section. Yeah. And I remember doing the procession. We wanted to pull over and stop, and it was a long procession. The whole city came out, and we went everywhere, but we made sure that we stopped here. And the sun had already come down, and it was dark. We stopped here and we came out because we wanted to, pay homage to bro here at this location because it meant so much to us and to him. And as we were there, I think, Nation of Islam was there with us, helping us. And shout out to them, appreciate them so much. And everybody, the whole city came out. I remember being outside and I felt the beam, like I thought it was a light on the roof just shining on my back. It was so hot and so strong. And I know we had drove by and it was dark, so I looked up, I thought somebody put a spotlight on. And the sun had came back out and was shining so strong on us.
Yeah.
I just honestly couldn't explain it. I felt like that was bro, happy that we had stopped there and came out and the sun was beaming.
Yeah.
And I think everybody, I thought I was tripping. Everybody said it. I didn't say anything. Everybody was like, man, what the hell is going on? The sun has come back out. So I say that to say it's an honor for the city and the people to rename this location Nipsey Hussle Square. It means a lot to us. I know it means a lot to bro. And the last thing I'm gonna say, man, bro wanted to inspire people.
Yeah.
Many a times we had conversations about what was going on. And it was like, bro, we gotta move and we gotta put the store somewhere else. There's too much going on. I'm catching cases, going to jail, dealing with all type of shit. Hood politics, getting into it, regular shit that people go through. And Hussle's like, bro, we opening this first store here. We could put the second one somewhere else. We opening this first marathon store here, because my shit has to inspire. And my shit has to inspire people. And first and foremost, it has to inspire the people that grow up here, that grow up where I grew up, that was with me and seen me, that had to understand that you can do it. So he used to always tell me, bro, we gonna make the money, man. That shit comes and goes, but my shit is more bigger than that. Yeah. My shit is here to inspire people. And I thought I understood it then, but I really understand it now. And that's what gives me peace, knowing that bro inspired millions and millions, and it started inspiring the people here in this community, from this neighborhood, and inspiring the people who, number one, felt could not be inspired. You understand? Hussle inspired the youth, inspired the people from the hood, inspired the uninspirable, as people would say, and put another light on it. And it made it shine, and I hope everybody takes pride in that and understands that this corner now, as Marquise Dawson said and everybody said, is the Nipsey Hussle Square, and hopefully until the end of time will inspire people. Sorry for being long-winded.
Yeah. Blacc Sam, pretty much that's why it was important for me to put this out there, because I don't even think a lot of people on social media,
Nobody's running with this on social media. Nobody.
Right.
You know what everybody ran with? What happened later that day?
I can show you what everybody ran with, which is some bull crap. They ran with this bullish cover story that TMZ decided to do.
The same TMZ that plastered Nip getting
his unalivement. Yeah.
his demise. And they ran that like it was a rap video.
Yeah, y'all see that? This is what TMZ wanted to cover. This is what most of the media talked about. This is what a lot of so-called influencers decided to talk about.
I don't know who that is, but there's music playing.
Hold on. I don't know why. This is Jesus. Okay, I don't even want to play their stuff like that. But this is what they decided to run with. This is what they decided to run with. Do y'all know this happened hours after Blacc Sam said what he said, what I just showed y'all. This happened hours after. So I was told that, look, this is TMZ, right? Look at them, pathetic. I was told that there's gonna be a grand opening of a Marathon Burger in Long Beach. So this is what's going on
with Nipsey Hussle Square.
Right.
Which would have made a huge impact for the overall brand, considering his demise. What I find even crazier is that someone lost, because all of this was done in coordination with his demise.
Look, let me break this down. You sound very low, Jag. Hold on. Does Jag sound low to me? To y'all?
I sound low.
Y'all let me know. Her vocals, does it sound low? I'm always talking about her vocals like it's like we're in a damn studio session. There you go. Okay, let me. Right, you called that music. Okay, I don't want to continue the show. Yeah, TMZ. I don't want to continue.
Everybody says it sounds fine.
Okay, good. Yeah. So this is what the media does, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all something. As a historian, because I'm still on. There's a historical society that's connected to Compton that I'm part of. Compton Historical Society. Y'all look them up. And we used to break down a lot of history. And shout out to, that's where my OG Robert Johnson, he's an author, he's a former Black Panther. Mm-hmm. He's part of that too. And he laced me with a lot of games. So much love to him and his wife, Karani. And yeah, we used to, he wrote a whole book about the history of Compton. He wrote many books about the history of Southern California. One in particular, he told a story about how the media would demonize Compton. And this is how they would demonize Compton. Mm-hmm. There would be an unalivement in Gardena. Gardena's like northwest of Compton. That unalivement will be in the news, and it'll say unalivement near Compton. It's a dog whistle, because this is what happened. Around the 60s, Compton was becoming predominantly Black. Late 50s, early 60s, it started to become predominantly Black. By the time 71 came around, Compton was like, Black, right? So the news media demonized the hell out of Compton. So anytime something bad happened near Compton, Compton name was put in the news. So that's why Compton had a bad connotation moving from after the 60s to the 70s. The media helped.
Which of course dropped a lot of the value of the area. A lot of people don't know there's a lot of affluent whites in pop culture history and relevant history that came from Compton. Like, for instance, Kevin Costner.
Kevin
right?
Costner grew up in the Kevin Costner grew up in the Wilmington Arms, I believe. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
George
and
Bush.
I think George Bush.
Bush. Yep, George Bush as well. Yeah. Yeah. Now listen, there were ramifications, many ramifications that went on with Compton and the name Compton simply because of the news media. This is what they did. So if you guys know LA, if you don't know LA, there's like major streets that go east, west throughout LA and, you know, up and down. You can probably take Crenshaw all the way from Palos Verdes, which is, you know, hella south, all the way up to damn near Hollywood. That's a street, you know, in Crenshaw. It's named after a developer. Compton is actually named after the person who bought the track, a guy named G.D. Compton. He you know, I'll give you all a history lesson on that one day. But he came down from Northern California, bought all of Compton from what was it? Not GD's tract. It was a tract. It was just basically a plot of land, a bunch of land, acres of land that you would buy. He turned it into Compton, essentially. Compton is named after him. There's a street that goes pretty much from Paramount, even east of Paramount, all the way to what is it? Manhattan Beach. Manhattan Beach. It goes all the way. That street Compton went all the way there. Guess what? The name Compton, that Compton Boulevard, got the name changed. They changed the name of Compton Boulevard, y'all, because of the connotation that it had and what the news media worked on. They made Compton such a bad name. So when you leave Compton going east, like after Wilmington, after Alameda, start going east, they changed it to Somerset. They changed the name to Somerset. And then when you leave Compton going west, going into Redondo Beach and really Gardena, they changed it to Marine Avenue. Just so that people driving, Compton was had such a bad connotation. Compton was only designated Compton Boulevard, and there's a Compton Avenue that goes north and south. That's another conversation. But Compton Boulevard was renamed after you get out of the city of Compton going east and after you get out of the city of Compton going west. So I say that to say, what do you think they're trying to do to Nipsey's legacy and Marathon? So what actually happened with this Marathon Burger grand opening in Long Beach, and then what happened with Blacc Sam, I'm going off of what the police say and what spokespeople say, even though I don't, a lot of time, police can say one thing, but you really got to do your own investigation. But, and fuck Poetic Flacco.
Oh, listen to me. We don't have to talk about that African booty scratcher who loves hanging around men who are cuckolds, who like grooming little black girls who are allegedly being transported and graped by.
Yeah, you see, Poetic Flacco is the problem with today's black media. Now, shout out to Slauson Girl. She was right there at the event with us and stuff, and you know she does a good job of reporting and factual. But someone like a Poetic Flacco or pathetic Flacco, I think he went on to say that, you know, about the powing that happened, and he said at the Marathon grand opening, it did not happen at the grand opening. It happened,
but that's not what it said in his title.
What did it say in his title?
It said gang-related powing at the Marathon opening. It was something like that. You know, his clickbait titles that he likes to do so much.
So it did not happen. It happened maybe 3 or 4 blocks away. Marathon Burger is on Pine Avenue, y'all, in Long Beach, downtown Long Beach. If you know the city, you know. And the police said around 3:30. Actually, it was Sunday, so my bad, y'all. Saturday, is when we had the dedication. The next day, Sunday, is when supposedly this powwowing happened. And they reported that there was the powwowing at the 200 block of Pine Avenue, and it's blocks away from the new resident. 3 men were powwed and taken to the hospital. 1 was unalived. So the authorities didn't immediately announce any suspects or anything, and they didn't link, well, they tried to link it to, this is what the media did. The media linked it to the Marathon Burger. It was near it, but not inside, and the official event.
It wasn't at the event. It was nowhere near the event. It was down the street, down the street and around the corner. But see how they tied it all in is they kept saying that it was gang related. And I'm sitting here and I'm looking through your old videos, because I think I remember it was not that long ago. We had actually you had done a video about this guy who's running for mayor of Long Beach, who was calling for all of the gang leaders to come and meet him. I was trying to see if I could find where that video was, just to give everybody reference to it. I don't know if I remember exactly. That wasn't the one where you were talking about the car chase, right? With the U-Haul truck. Was that the same video?
No.
It was around that time though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was around that time. Hold on 1 second. I can pull that up.
Because he was asking for all of the gang leaders, since apparently there are so many different facets of the gangs in that area. He was asking for each of the gang leaders to come and help him clean up the streets, since, the Popo wasn't doing it and ICE wasn't doing it, and whatever the case may be, and yada, yada, yada. I just find it funny that was a news line. Like, that was a part of the news. So Marathon Burger is Marathon Burger. Long Beach has its own, gang community issues, whatever the case may be. One thing really has nothing to do with the other.
Well, I could speak on a few of the gang stuff that I'm hearing. I keep my ear to the street. There's a lightweight. There's always been a lightweight little situation between like the black gangs and the Hispanic gangs in Long Beach, primarily the Longos and the who else? I forget the other gang, but. Honestly, there have not, just in general, there have not been a lot of gang-related issues that had took place in LA County, just in general. Like, there's really not a lot of that going on right now. There's more unity. There's a lot more, people coming together, because it's really just about, even the Hispanic gangs, I told you, they basically said, no, we can't be warring with each other. They're under the Mexican Mafia. The Mexican Mafia said, y'all 18 streets and y'all MS-13s, nope, y'all ain't finna be fighting amongst each other. Here's what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna, So
so that's what's going on in Long Beach. But all of a sudden, on the day that they're opening up Marathon Burger, which is something that people have been looking forward to for quite some time.
Right.
Stevie Wonder shows up on the first day, sitting there doing posts on social media with Blacc Sam, who's working behind the counter. And this is what they run with. They didn't run with the speech. There wasn't a whole lot. Like, it's just so funny, because everybody that talked about this, powwowing incident that happened down the street and around the corner from the Marathon Burger, none of them reported on Nipsey Hussle Square dedication.
Not at all. No.
None of them. And these are black content creators, or at least people that wear the same color.
It's funny. I'm sitting here. You got me looking. I'm looking for that video where I had talked about that. I don't even know where it's at. I'm sitting here looking for it.
I was looking for it too. I wasn't sure. That's why I was asking, was it in the same
No.
conversation as the
Was
The
it
car
was
chase
it a
with the
live?
U-Haul truck.
No. I don't think it was it because it was a live. Did I did wait? Did I play the audio or did I play the video? See, I be doing so much, man. I be forgetting. Yeah, I don't know if it was a standalone. Give me one second, but yeah. But you guys can check out my content all throughout my channel where
It was like a month ago.
It was more than a month ago.
All right,
it has
then.
been more than a month ago. Yeah, that's why. Well, our team, we supposed to be a little tighter, where somebody could come in and be like, "Oh no, it was this date," but that ain't y'all's fault. That's just But it was more than a month ago. It had been more than a month. The LA. Hold on, I'm sorry, Long Beach.
All I know is dude was running and he was asking for all of the gang members, all the gang leaders to meet up with him, so that they could come up with a plan to clean up the streets.
Yeah. But yeah, the media's job is to do this. Anything that shows progression, especially Black progress, they're gonna do what they do. That's just what it is. They're gonna do what they do. But back to what I was saying with this story now, a spokesperson from Marathon Burger said the restaurant continued operating and their attendees were enjoying the opening despite the nearby pow. Now footage that TMZ shows Blacc Sam reacting to the pow-powing by taking cover as the pows rang out, and there's no indication he was a target. I think you had some bloggers who were running around saying that he was a target. Now, number one, the police, this is what they said. This is what they have not said whether it was gang related or if it was connected to the event. Law enforcement, they still haven't tied the pow-pound to the Marathon Burger opening. They didn't tie it to gang activity. They didn't tie it to anyone, any specific individual. Investigators, they're still working to determine the motive. So the pow-pounding happened near the grand opening of the Marathon Burger in Long Beach, and Blacc Sam was present, and he appeared to be taking cover during the chaos. However, police and the restaurant representative have indicated that the pow-pound occurred near but not inside the event's main location. The incident has not been confirmed as related to the opening, and no motive or suspects have been publicly identified.
Yet the internet got busy, and so did TMZ. I mean, they got busy.
Oh yeah.
They got busy, and it's really sad because the only thing that it looks like and that was the part that kind of bothered me, ACG, is that this was like a positive Black history moment for LA.
Yeah.
And it was totally just messed over and overshadowed by this craziness.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
What do we always say? Believe half of what you see, none of what you hear, right? Remember that? Remember we talked about that? Believe half of what you see, none of what you hear, correct? So this kind of reminds me of something that I ended up doing. Hold on one second, y'all. For whatever reason, again, this thing is tripping. This reminded me of something, and y'all remember this if you guys remember on my channel. Y'all remember this right here? Let me do something real quick. I don't know why this. Okay, it's not showing, right? Everybody remember this, right?
Oh,
y'all remember this? Remember this?
29.
See what I'm talking about? Just another day in the hood. See, people be advertising. It ain't that goddamn bad, but I don't know. Maybe at a different time of the day, there might be some other stuff going on. Oh shit. Oh.
All that was AI. All that didn't happen, y'all. Do y'all know that? Like, there was no pow-powing there. That was just all post-production. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that this incident that TMZ decided to cover is in the same effect of what I just did, but I'm just letting you know. Things can be manipulated. I set that whole little thing up to make it seem like it's okay. You know, in the beginning of it, it was like, okay, yeah, you know, places where you can get pow-powed in LA. And I was like, no, you don't. You can't go ahead and get pow-powed. And, you know, I set that up to make it like, yeah, that's not real. Just like what TMZ is talking about is not real. That's a skit that I did for a short. I don't go around taking other people's shorts and making it my own or saying it's my own. I actually make it. I produce. So I produced that whole little whatever. And the way they put Blacc Sam in the video, so that's what I'm basically trying to get y'all to understand. This wicked system, this wicked media system is going to spin the story to fit their narrative. Oh, don't go down there to eat them nigger burgers.
Not ninja burgers. Did you say ninja burgers?
That's basically what Harvey Levin and TMZ was saying. But they don't want to talk about Harvey is in them files. A good friend of Epstein.
You want to know what's wild?
Wait. This is my spoken word, Chad. A good friend of Epstein. He wants to keep his image pristine. Harvey is in them files. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
There has been no acknowledgement of him being in those files since he got mentioned. No, they were busy talking about this Nancy Guthrie woman, and now all of the notes are being sent specifically to him. Who's writing them to you, Epstein or Ghislaine? Who's sending you the? Who's sending you the notes, dude?
It's probably both. That's the thing. Think about it. You see how the media can spin? He's the media, and his name was mentioned in the Epstein files. Harvey Levin's name mentioned as a good friend of
the
Jeffrey Epstein, who can twist media or help them in the media. Harvey did the same thing. As soon as that whole Nancy Guthrie kidnapping thing happened, he's the only one that has, or the quote unquote kidnappers are the ones reaching out to him. So the story of him being in the files gets
just disappeared.
Overridden.
No, but he's never mentioned. He hasn't even Whoopi Goldberg had to respond.
Right.
Harvey has still yet to respond about anything.
Yeah.
Why? It's so funny. He got Blacc Sam ducking. They got Blacc Sam ducking in this so-called situation, but ain't nobody talking about the way he's ducking this file.
Yeah, exactly. That's that part. Because Harvey is in them files. The boy butt lover, who's going undercover. Harvey is in them files.
But he ain't gonna miss an opportunity. And see, I don't think anybody is looking at the psychological impact of what that situation looks like 7 years after Nipsey passed, the way he passed.
Yeah.
On this weekend where he's being, it's kind of wild. It's just kind of wild.
Yeah. But
because they're doing that to intentionally inflame people.
Yeah. We're almost 7 years. We got about 4 more weeks and we'll be at the 7-year. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. I'm glad that the city dedicated that corner where he hustled. And I hustled too. I was there. I was on the other side though. hustling. Now,
But
I
let's
wasn't
be
hustling.
clear.
I wasn't selling
Let's
dope.
be clear. And neither was he.
And he wasn't selling dope. See, what it is this. He was selling dope shit though. T-shirts, CDs. You look, when we were coming up, that's where you went though to just get your hustle on. Whether you sold dope or I go back to the days when the Simpsons had T-shirts and you had brothers pressing them up themselves and selling them there. You would always hustle on Slauson and Crenshaw. You would have the CD man, the incense man, and all that.
See, in Philadelphia, that was like 11th and Chestnut, 11th and Market.
Hustle went there and got his name buzzing. You had others who, did other illicit stuff and stuff like that. Not saying that Hustle did any of that, but he's known for selling his merch, his CDs, and doing even he would be on Angeles Vista in the middle on Angeles Vista in Slauson, which is like a mile west, doing his thing. I pretty much, as a kid, I used to at the ABC Market. Who remembers ABC Market from LA? I'll be hustling out there or at the gas station hustling. That's all I'm saying. I wasn't selling dope. I was just basically a little kid trying to, make my money by helping people, essentially. There was always that spirit on that corner. And he is the embodiment of that. I ain't gonna say I can say is, because he still is. Nip is still here with that experience that I saw with the bees. Nip is still here, y'all. And that corner is a good, solid representation.
Energy doesn't dissipate.
It doesn't.
It transfers.
It doesn't.
I'm trying to figure out what this is, but yeah, I'm sorry.
What happened?
Oh no, nothing. There's something that I'm being a moderator. That's all.
Something's going on. Okay.
Oh, nothing's going on. It's just somebody, nothing.
Okay. Well, on that note, I think it's about time for me to wrap this up. I appreciate y'all, even with the technical difficulties. And I was going to do it a different way. In all honesty, I was going to do this live a different way, but I ended up doing it this way. And it came out cool. I appreciate the cooperation and y'all participating and stuff like that. And I want y'all to remember, just keep your eyes on the bigger prize and understand how this media manipulates. That's the reason why I even did what I did, because I initially was, just gonna say, Blacc Sam, came through, said his words about his brother. It was very emotional and it was very inspiring, just like he talked about Nip being inspired. And y'all heard what he was saying about the spiritual side of it. And I gave y'all some game about what happened at the event spiritually, and even my experience when I was at the marathon store, going to the marathon store, it had been 2012, what I experienced. But then when I saw the next day that the media is spinning this positive story into something negative, I said, all right, here's why. This is my wheelhouse. Let me get busy. So yeah, we're gonna stand for something for sure. We're gonna stand for something. We want y'all to stand for something. Don't fall for anything. Now, I know there's other things going on in the world. Oh yeah, that's a good brother, Les Brown. Shout out to Les Brown. You ain't gotta be great to start, but you gotta start to be great.
Who was he dating? Was he dating Gladys Knight at one time? Who was he dating?
I don't know. He probably was. I don't know. Les Brown is in fact, I got a whole bunch of Les Brown.
Oh Lord.
Comment. No, what are you talking about? Oh Lord, what? What are you talking about?
Nothing.
Oh Lord. No. When Les Brown did at the radio station I was working at, did a whole month like residency basically. I have all that because
Oh, that's
he is
what's
that.
up.
He is that inspiring. He's one of those brothers that he's one of the first books that I was like, okay, I like Les Brown. Boom. You know, I mainly lean more towards the quote unquote conscious people, like the Bobby Hemmett's and the Phil Valentines and stuff like that. But Les Brown is one of them cats that's like, oh nah, yeah, I gotta, he's I would say he's conscious, but you wouldn't consider him conscious. So shout out to Les Brown. Yeah, man, we're gonna do is give the truth, and I'm not trying to spin nothing. I'm letting y'all know. Y'all remember what I said about how they demonized Compton, the city of Compton, in the early '60s, all the way up until the NWA days. They demonized Compton so bad. Yeah.
Well, as a moderator for this channel and a fan of the content here, I just want to say on behalf of everybody else, we want to thank you for being there. Because the truth is, if you hadn't have been there, this perspective would not be available. And I hope that everybody takes the time to not only like and share and subscribe, become a member if you want to see more awesome exclusive moments like this, but make sure you hype this video up, because we need to make sure that everybody sees that there were positive things that happened on Nipsey Hussle's weekend, and not just the things that were reported by the Schluminati News.
Yeah. Members, I'll have the whole, like, cause it's more to this video where
a lot more.
Councilman Dawson talked, and the guy who didn't vote for the Black anti-reparations, that didn't vote for the Black reparations bill, he talks to. That's why I got a problem with light-skinned ninjas. But we'll talk about that in a minute.
Well, they gotta keep their status intact.
Right. But I'll put that on members only, so y'all can check it out. And I'm gonna have a lot more members on. Do y'all want me to go? Do y'all really want to know who this Nate guy is? One of the original Slauson boys. I think I'm gonna start doing my Set in the West Part 2, and I'm gonna grab him. If y'all really want to see this guy, and y'all really he's a very entertaining individual. Just I appreciate him. He like I say, pray for me. Yeah, he's an older cat. He's like in his 60s, and he still got that bite in him, and he'll still beat your ass, and he'll still cuss you out. If y'all want to see him, yes, okay. Everybody said they want to see him, and yeah, I'm gonna go grab Neighborhood Nate, and I want y'all to just, I'm gonna probably start doing it, putting up interviews with him, definitely.
ACG was getting a kick out of Nate.
Y'all gonna love him. He's dope. He's dope. He said, "I know, Big, you sitting in yeah." You get what you put out there. You're right. You get what you put out there. Anyway, yeah, I appreciate y'all for just tuning in, listening to my perspective, and we just
having that exclusive moment, getting a chance to see Nipsey Hussle's, surviving brother, talk about the importance and the history behind why Nipsey Hussle Square is so important and should be beloved.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We up out of here. Long live Nip. Shout out to Blacc Sam, good brother. I love that neighborhood just like I love Compton, just like I love my people, just like I love my cities. Praise.
Gang eating sheep, only playing for kicks. Have your sleep 6 feet tucked in while your family weeps.